Tonight I'll be reviewing and taste testing this big bowl of udon noodle soup. Today is the perfect day for a nice hot bowl of soup because it was snowing outside. I've also done other food reviews in the past, but I'm going to change it up finally now. This is a whole new renaissance. For example, I used to do my reviews at my work desk where I would paint and do my action figure reviews. But I figured, let me do it at the dining room table now. It's just more appropriate. And just like most anchor men, you see on the news and stuff, I can sit down finally like this, and I have no pants on here. Well, I have underwear. I have boxer shorts on, but I have no pants. So if the anchormen tell you they really don't do that, don't believe them. I'm almost positive they do that in real life. I've also got I'm going to take these food reviews more serious now. I've done noodle reviews in the past, I think from Korea and the Philippines. But I'm writing notes on this stuff now, and so I can really give you the whole experience. And I'm writing these notes down on my episode 1 hologram little notebook here. So let me start with the udon big bowl. Now, I've done tons of Asian food reviews, which I'm obsessed with the Asian food stores. Always have been, probably always will be. So I got this there, and if you're never too sure about what kind of noodle to get when you're at these these Asian stores, because you're gonna see an aisle in there of just nothing but packaged noodles, and it's very intimidating. So what I suggest you do is, unfortunately, profile some of the customers, the Asian customers, and see what they go for. So I think that's how I got this one. Tempura udon. Now, like I said, I've done other noodle reviews in the past on my channel, and you can find them on my channel if you look it up. And you know what? They're probably all made in America at some point and then distributed. Like the Korean one, which was the kimchi, and the Filipino pancit canton. And now this is Japanese style udon by a company named Nongshim. Do not microwave. It gives you simple directions. You basically just add water from your stovetop or that you heated up in the microwave and add it to this. Now, I saw online that udon noodles are, the enriched white flour, and it's almost like Italian pasta, it says. And it's served with many different vegetables and broths. Very interesting. But this part has tempura, and I've heard of that. Tempura is basically I think it's a process of frying vegetables and meat in a flour mixture or breadcrumbs. Now, some of these ingredients I'm used to on here, like green onions and carrots, garlic, but there's some things here: seaweed extract and anchovy extract that you normally don't see in American foods. But keep in mind, when you're going to get these Asian noodles, expect that kind of stuff. So I'm getting hungry here. Let's go boil some water, add it to this bowl, and see how it tastes. Open lid halfway, add soup base, pour boiling water up to the inside line, wait for 4 minutes, stir well and serve. There's the halfway mark. There is the soup base. So there's the udon noodle. That looks like dehydrated green onion or the seaweed. This, anybody? Can anybody help me out on this one? This, I'm sure, is the tempura. It looks like a fried crispy, chumpy thingy, or, you know, a crouton. Put you back in. Oh, this looks good. I'm getting hungry, especially on this snowy day. I feel like I'm back in Mount Fuji when I used to camp there overnight. We used to eat the soup every single night. I'm just kidding, but it sounds really cool, doesn't it? Now I realize I have my hat on and I'm sitting at a dining room table, and that's usually a faux pas. Like, people don't like that. However, I mean no disrespect, but it's wintertime here in Philadelphia, so the cap has got to stay on because I'm a little dude and I'll freeze to death. Ooh. So right off the bat, there is a very strong odor of the seaweed, or the dehydrated seaweed. That same smell of the sushi wrap, that seaweed. Let's open it all the way up. Is it the lid? Wow, it has a really heavy seafood taste. Not taste, I mean smell. And most Americans here in the Philadelphia area aren't like a huge fan of seafood, but I will try this. Wow. As I stir it up, the seafood smell dissipates a little bit. It seems like there's a lot of noodles and a little bit of that tempura stuff. And there's still a lot of like these little spiral looking things that you saw earlier that I don't know what they are. You know what? I think I'm going to transfer this into a clear bowl so I can get the so you can get the proper visual on these noodles. That's grand. That's grand. You can see some remnants of the seaweed, the dehydrated seaweed. Okay. Now, you know what? First, let me try. This is the little spiral thing that you saw earlier. Can you see that? Oh, I don't know what that is, but I'm not a fan of that. Tastes like some kind of fish. I don't know if it's like a squid or an octopus type of thing or an actual fish, but it's very fishy, very chewy. Let me try the actual noodles. The actual udon noodles. Now that's good. But there isn't there's an unusual taste to the broth that I never tasted before. I seen on Wikipedia that they actually use a certain type of rice wine in some recipes for this. So I think that's what I'm tasting. You know, it doesn't have like a real heavy soy sauce taste or briny taste. Let me try it again. The noodles are very satisfying. But yeah, it's an unusual broth. It's not bad. I'm just not familiar with it. Okay, so now we'll try the tempura. This is the tempura piece. Not as bad as that first spiral thing. The only thing is the coating, the bread coating in the soup, it turns to mush. It literally disintegrated in my mouth. It doesn't have a crunch texture to it. I don't know if that's traditional. It's supposed to be like that. But it was mushy, and in the inside, whatever was in the inside, it had a little bit of a fishy taste to it. Not as bad as the first part. And yeah, these are the spiral things I keep talking about. Not as fishy as that one, but the thing inside of the batter had a fishy taste. And I think that's about it. I mean, everything else is just there's little pieces of carrot and the dehydrated seaweed stuff in there. Excuse me. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking while I'm eating. But I'm starving right now. So beggars can't be choosers. This is this hits a spot on a cold day. Some warm Japanese udon noodles. I think maybe those little spiral pieces and stuff, I'll just leave them out for the Cardinals or something. Or the Blue Jays. Maybe they'll eat that. So now that I've tasted it, the newer part of my food reviews will be that I'm going to rate this food now. So I'm going to go by the star system, which is 5 stars, and you can go 1 star and a half star, so say 1.1 star. I'm going to use that system instead of the 1 through 10, because if you ever watch any 1 through 10 video reviews, it's always within the margin of 3 almost all the time. So it's not very, it's too wide of a range. So let's go to the star system, all right? Now that I am an American, it's going to be I'm going to be a little tough on that. Only really because of the seafood aspect. So I'm going to go with, on a day like this, there's a lot of consequences. I'm kind of stalling here. I will give this a 2.5 stars. Dead in the middle. I feel comfortable with that. So there you have it on that part. Thanks for watching my first episode on my newer food reviews. I hope you enjoyed it. And have a good night.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.